y'all know what time it is? Do y'all really know what time it is? It's time to grab your popcorn, grab your best beverage. It's time to relax your ears. Wrestling season has returned, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
That's right. And it's time for your main event. Coming down the aisle, we have the one, Bobby Wrestles. And he is accompanied by the beautiful Mia Moore. This is the main event. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome to another episode of The Briefing. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, check out the background. Different location, huh? Yes, that's right. Hello, Mr. Spades. I see you in the chat. I see you, and you got your wrench. Let's go. Welcome to have you back. And Meow Moore will be joining us shortly. But today we have a gift. We have a special guest. We're going to have Pro Wrestler Jordan Holt shortly, all right? He's from Detroit, Michigan, and he's going to share his wrestling journey with us. Also, I would like to touch on the Survivor Series and the fallout, okay? Did you like the show? What was your experience with it? How successful was the event? Did it live up to the hype, okay? That was War Games, all right? So make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And if you're feeling frisky, then join. Hello, Fandito. I see you in the chat as well. All right. So let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. Jordan Holt is here from Detroit, Michigan. Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, everybody? I made that so awkward just now. That's cool.
Well, I'm happy to have you. First of all, I guess for the listeners, let them know who you are and where you're from and what inspired you to be a pro wrestler.
All right. So I'm Jordan Holt from Detroit, Michigan. Also live in Charlotte, North Carolina as well. And shit, what inspired me to be a wrestler, bro? I might have came out of the womb with a drop kick, bro. Like, I don't know, something just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like one of those people that just been into it forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't think of a time where there wasn't wrestling. So, matter of fact, I can actually. I was like 2 or 3. I'm over at my cousin's house and they put it on, like, I think it was that ladder match. It was the Hardys versus Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Off some DVD. I think it was like No Mercy, but I think they had it like on a compilation DVD. I remember stealing said DVD at like 3, and like from there I was hooked. So yeah. It was superheroes and wrestling, and I can only be one in real life. So
I hear you.
So
That's what's up, man. It's a pleasure to have you. Of course, Pro Wrestler Jordan Holt. You can actually find him on our Pro Wrestler booking platform on our website, allaboutwrestling.net. All right. So we have Pro Wrestler Jordan Holt with us. So my question to you is, I'd like to get your opinion about this. We ask a lot of wrestlers this. What is your objective thoughts and opinions about the product today?
and I think it's actually pretty dope right now. As far as like representation, there's a lot of women doing a lot of dope things, a lot of black people doing a lot of dope things. Just people in general, everybody's doing great, and I feel like we're trying to get rid of a lot of toxicity. That's a big thing that I'm seeing around. You know what I'm saying? When I go on social media, there's a lot of talk about getting rid of all that old stuff.
Mm.
As far as all the toxicity and all of the, there's a lot of hate in wrestling and a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So trying our best to, what I'm saying?
Cool.
Get rid of all of that and make it better for the people coming in. People like myself, you know what I'm saying? I feel very welcomed into the business.
Right.
I don't know exactly if it would have been like that if I had joined 10 years, 20 years, or whatever. I don't know. A dope thing for me is seeing a lot of black representation, such as this podcast. I wouldn't have known about this, 5 or so years ago. But since I got in the business, I've seen a lot of black wrestling community. I've seen a whole lot of black podcasts, black wrestlers. I know of so many black wrestlers now where growing up I didn't know any of this stuff existed. You know what I'm saying? If it did, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope now to know that I'm in such a circle like that.
Awesome. Good thoughts. Good points there. I have to ask you this. And we ask all of our guests this. If you had to choose one, and I hate to put you on the spot, but I will. WWE or AEW, if you had to choose, who would you choose? Where would you go?
Wow, that is all right. That whoever come to me first, I guess. I got bills to pay, so just whoever.
So
I
that's
don't
the
really have
safe
one or
answer.
the other. I feel like what I'm saying, they're both dope in their own aspects. So if I had to choose, I guess maybe WWE just because what I'm saying, everybody wants to do WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no one can lie about that. Everybody kind of wants to do WrestleMania. Like, so just to know that I could possibly do that, I think it's dope. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I can see that. I mean, that's where history is made. WrestleMania, the big show, and everybody wants to be there. And in fact, I don't think you can make the Hall of Fame unless you've actually fought at WrestleMania.
There's some exceptions, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah. Unless you're a celebrity.
exactly. Unless or if you just got it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, folks, if you're just joining us, we have Pro Wrestler Jordan Holt with us. He's going to sit. He's going to talk about wrestling. We're going to get his thoughts. We're going to pick his brain. All right. First, I do want to share with you the Woe Report. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Woe Report brought to you by Wrestling Online. These stories are fueled by their newsletter. We have Pro Wrestler Jordan Holt here, who's going to share his thoughts and opinions about some of these stories. All right, so let's go. This is the Woe Report. All right, so Royal Rumble surpasses $5 million in gate revenue. All right, this is the company's record, which has been broken, for the largest gate in the event's 36-year history. All right, this January Premium Live event surpassed the 5 million mark over the weekend, taking over, get this, the 2017 edition from the same location, the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Did we expect anything different, Jordan Holt? What are your thoughts?
Nah, I mean, because they keep getting bigger and bigger, so I don't particularly see that being a surprise, really. Especially since they're doing like those bigger arenas, I think it's becoming more of a huge event. And I think everybody's favorite pay-per-view has to be the Royal Rumble. At least top three. For me, at least, that's one of my favorites. You get surprises. You don't never know what's about to happen. A lot of divisive fans as far as who's going to win each year, and I always love stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm not too surprised about that.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Cool beans. All right, so listen to this. The Miz and Brie Bella, all right, they're coming out with part of a new NBC game show. The two will be an all-star lineup who will be participating in the newest NBC game show, The Will, a game show imported from the United Kingdom and hosted by British comedian Michael McIntyre. The U.S. version showcases a colossal spinning wheel of celebrity guests who help everyday contestants win life-changing money. The show begins Monday, December 19th, with new episodes airing nightly at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Are you looking forward to a show like that?
You know what I'm saying? If I happen to catch a clip, I might, you know what I'm saying, watch it. If they showing clips on YouTube for free, yeah, I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
I don't really sit down and like watch TV a lot. I'm more of a streaming service guy, and that's if I even got time to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? But it does sound interesting. I will say that. It sounds like something I would have watched, you know what I'm saying, back in the day when like they had like Wipeout and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I survived the Tokyo Game Show, all stuff like that. I used to love, you know what I'm saying, all of that. Definitely something I would be interested in.
Cool beans. Now, you mentioned WrestleMania earlier. You mentioned, the big show. Some WrestleMania news. WWE has said they will bring WrestleMania to Nashville upon the promise of a new stadium being built. All right, so Nashville, Tennessee, if the city keeps its word and builds the new stadium for 2027, WWE will bring WrestleMania 43. They're going to award them with WrestleMania 43. Have you ever been to Nashville? And what are your thoughts on this?
I have. I got an uncle that lives in Nashville, and I visited him like a long time ago. I've wrestled in Tennessee, but not Nashville. So yeah, I'm sort of familiar with it. I would like to go back as well. thoughts on that? I mean, that's cool. You said what 43? That makes me feel very old now, and I'm not even that old, so now I know how certain people feel. I don't know. It's pretty dope though. I think it's good to branch out and go to different cities because they've been kind of doing like the same loop. I feel
Right.
like I know they did New Orleans for 30 and what was it, like 34 something like that. So yeah, it's cool that every city can get it. You know what I'm saying? I know they're going like the Philly soon, right? So stuff like that's pretty cool.
All right. In other news, Cain Velasquez has been allowed to wrestle for Triple A in December. All right. Now we all know Cain Velasquez's story. He was arrested. He was recently released on $1 million bail on attempted murder charges. Successfully petitioned the judge to allow him to travel to participate in an upcoming AAA wrestling event in Tempe, Arizona. How do you feel about him and this opportunity? What are your thoughts about his story?
Whew. Uh, when I first heard it, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Good on him. I don't know the full extent of the story. I'm gonna say that 100%. Like it's something that I glanced through, but I do think. Let me see how to word this. The reasoning behind what he did, I think that's honorable for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's somewhat understandable. Unfortunate, for the most part, but I'm glad that he's able to do something as well because I mean I saw a lot of support for him
Right.
to beat the Chargers and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad that he's number one out, and I'm glad that he's able to do something that he enjoys.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the lovely Mia Moore.
Hello. Fashionably late. It is a pleasure to be here.
Yes, and you are on with pro wrestler Jordan Holt. We are finishing up Wrestling Online's The Woe Report. Lastly, Thunder Rosa was stripped of the AEW Women's Championship. All right, there's been a lot of controversy. She hasn't been healed, so to speak. People have been getting upset and frustrated. Finally, wrestlers that are currently active can have a title. What are you guys' thoughts? Let's start with you, Jordan Holt.
I'm happy that they only got one championship. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something everybody was wanting anyway. Who's got it now? Jamie Hayter?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, she's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of support for her. Everybody wanted that to happen, or a good portion of people wanted that. So I'm glad that she got that. I think it's pretty dope. Interim is always kind of weird. Like even with like UFC, it's a weird thing to have because then it's confusion, all that kind of stuff, and it's like, well, who's the real champion?
Right.
Eventually, you have that undisputed match, but if you get that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that they just went ahead and stop waiting.
I think I kind of got that feel. I was like, hold up, what's going on? Why is the belt going to this person? Where's the match? But yeah, I get what you're saying because it kind of excludes like all the confusion for everyone, like what's going to happen. Thunder Rosa, man, that sucks for her. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, I don't know. Like, there's been speculation that, and this is all rumors, allegations that there was a lot of backstage heat between the woman, and apparently, maybe she was allegedly
Kind of rough.
faking an injury, But
I don't know.
this is all speculation, and rumors. But I'm glad to see that the title's back and it's being defended. All right, so this is the Woe Report. Make sure that you follow WrestlingOnline.com. They're on Twitter, Instagram, and for their newsletter, go to WrestlingOnline.com. All right. So we're here with Mr. Jordan Holt. Mia Moore, you've missed a lot of the information that Jordan Holt has shared with us. You have any questions for him?
So yeah, I missed a lot of the information, obviously. So I don't know what questions were asked, but is that your name? Is it original Jordan Holt, or is that your wrestling name?
Oh, that's me. That's me.
That's cool, because I was actually going to ask you, I'm only asking that question. I know that's like, you shouldn't ask that question. Whatever. Because I was gonna ask you how many names did you go through to get that name? Because it's pretty like original. Like I like it. It's like it's an original name. So if something ever happens, you can always keep your name. Like I'm so big on that. Like I would hate
Yeah.
to go somewhere else and be known as something different.
I'm not opposed to being someone else, but I think like my thought process of it was when you hear the last name Holt, there no one really comes to mind, right?
No.
For me, because I would Google people with the last name Holt and I would know, like, you know what I'm saying? I had like a math book, Holt Mathematics. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be the Holt that everyone knows. You know what I'm saying? If you hear the last name Hogan, you already know who that is. You hear the last name Johnson, you can name a million Johnsons. But
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's my thing. And also, I mean, you know, my family needs something, right?
Absolutely.
I would
Yeah,
like to add
definitely.
something to the family name, you know what I'm saying? If possible. So while I got this name, I'm gonna do something with it.
Yep, perfect answer.
See, when I hear Jordan Hall, I think of a lightning bolt. Hence, the lightning
Everybody,
bolt. You know what I mean?
every,
Next, it's cool. I mean, come on, man. Not everybody can rock a lightning bolt. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get
I'm
that.
not. I am not with the lightning bolt. Everybody does it to the point where I'm like, all right, no, we're not gonna do that before it gets any. You know, what
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying
funny.
things further to feel that right now. Like as soon as I started training, I was like, oh, we can call you the Bolt. I'm like, no, no, just call me Jordan Holt. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll pick that out. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Wasn't really asking for any suggestions, but you know.
All right, so
But I mean,
let's.
maybe eventually I'll allude to it or something like that. You never know.
Yeah, you never know, man. Like one day you might come in and be like, all right, look, we got this outfit for you, and it's gonna be like, bam, 1,000 lightning bolts on it.
What?
I don't know.
If it looks nice,
I
I
could
might
see.
rock it.
I could see if there was like a lightning bolt going through like the side of the like outfit. Like I don't know. Okay, whatever.
Fandito,
If I
he
come up with
says,
something more creative to go along with the Bolt, I might rock with it. Maybe.
well, Fandito, he says he's got to go. He enjoyed catching the first half. He
Bye,
says
Fandito.
he says he'll catch the rest. He says, but Jordan Hall is lightning, and there's a picture of a lightning bolt in the chat. So look where we
Uh
started.
oh, you started. I have nothing to do with that.
All right, so let's
I'm
switch gears,
sure
guys. Let's talk about Survivor Series. We all see it?
Oh man, before I forget, let me say this. WWE, I want to congratulate you on this one because not only did you start off the Series with women. We love that. However, the women, thank you. Much applause. Much applause. The women kept the audience on their toes, like they kept them attracted to the event. And just to be able to sit there and even me and Bobby here, he probably is not going to admit to this, but he was like, oh,
I do that all the
yeah.
time.
Come on, no, but you were like literally, he was sitting up like this. He was like that on the couch. I'm like, what's wrong
No,
with you?
no. Well, here I saw a lot of botches, especially
Hold
when
on, let
Okay,
me, hold
all right,
on, let me finish what I'm
all
saying.
right.
Okay. You women dominated that shit, and that was amazing. I was like, yo, okay, I think the show is over. Like, it was so good. It was that good for me. And I was like, this is really cool. Um, I do have to say one thing though. Oh God. Not Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch. Really, really. Even though she went in there and did her thing, my question is, and I would love to know from the viewers, did you guys think that she really truly deserved that? Let me know. Anyway.
What, the win?
Yes, the win. But yo, that was such a good match. Man, it was great. I loved it. Can we do it again? When can we do it?
All right, well, let's have Jordan Hart answer. Let's get his opinion on this match. We're talking about the Women's War Games match.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed it. You know, so I thought it was a strong start. We all watched it last night. A small group of us got together and watched it. It was pretty dope. I didn't have any, you know, what I'm saying, anything bad from it. I enjoyed it. I saw them, a lot of creativity. stuff that I enjoy. Shout out to Bianca Belair. Shout out to Rhea Ripley for reasons. Uh, so yeah, no, I enjoy it. Also, anytime Oscar and Io are in the ring together, I'm happy. That's all I really need.
Yeah, they're
So,
good together.
All right,
Good
so
chemistry.
let me address the elephant in the room. You guys aren't mentioning it. I don't know if you saw it. The reason I was oohing it on is because apparently there was a spot in the match where Io Sky went to do what appeared to be like a Hurricane Rana, and she skimmed at the top of her head, like the back of her head. Word came out that after the match, she collapsed. Rhea Ripley picked her up and had to carry her to the back.
Oh wow.
And I saw it. I saw it happen, and I'm like, this isn't a botch. This is just a mistake. You know, like because her head was too close to the mat. But how dangerous are these matches? I mean, we saw like a lot of botches yesterday. And
Yeah, we did.
Yamor, you have
Definitely.
to admit it. It was a great match, but there were a lot of botches.
Yes, my thing was like everyone kept grabbing stuff and throwing it into the ring, and I'm like, somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt here. It's
I mean, that's
crazy.
what it take. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, even though like you want the audience to be sitting at the edge of their seat, you also have to remember too that like these are real people. Like these are not like robots. Like their body hurts just like yours does. It's crazy, and they're putting their body on the line, trusting another person to catch them if they fall. It's just scary.
All right, Mr. Spade says, very solid opener. He's not a fan of tag champs getting pinned when Nikki Cross is right there.
Cut.
All right. Jordan Hart, I do want to ask you, what are your thoughts about the whole Sami Zayn and the Bloodline story?
Oh my gosh.
That's probably my favorite thing in a long time. I know that every
Sorry.
time, something happens, there's gonna be something on Twitter that I can just go and look at that lets me know everything I need to know about the segment.
Yeah.
You know? So I think once you get stuff like that, that's when you get back to what people really love about wrestling. Those moments, you know what I'm saying? Like I hear often you can do all the moves you want to do, but you need to have a moment. And I think every time they go out there, they have moments. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's gonna be in video packages, years and years later. I think it's pretty dope stuff. They gave cinema last night, and I think that's pretty dope.
Awesome. So let's go around, and I'll start with you, Myanmar. Scale of 1 to 10, Survivor Series. What do you rate it?
I think it was a 9.
Okay. Jordan Holt.
You know what? They had like 5 matches.
Was it 5?
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, those war game matches were long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're about an hour. They had like 3 matches in the middle. I mean, I'll go about an 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too bad happened. Like I don't really have anything wrong with it, to me at least. I do want to say about botches. Botches. Uh, I've been taught that it's supposed to look like a fight, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people get hurt, whatever, but we know the risk that we're gonna take. You know what I'm saying? We kind of know that going in there. When some of these botches happen, it is supposed to look like a fight. And as long as it still looks like a fight, I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, ooh, that might have been a little scary, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look too bad. And I think they still took care of each other for the most part. So I don't think anything was like reckless. I think that's my big thing. As long as you're not reckless, bro, hey, I'm fine with it.
All right. You heard it from a pro wrestler.
I do want to say another shout out to oh my gosh, what's his name? He just won the belt. What's his name?
Austin Theory?
Austin Theory. That was great.
Do we have a Theory fan over here?
That was great. I mean, come on. He was against Bobby Lashley and who's the other guy? Seth Rollins.
That's crazy.
Oh. Well, apparently he's a different version of Theory, and I like it. It's more aggressive. What are your thoughts, Jordan?
Yeah, it is more aggressive. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? It looks cool, especially like his build and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I like it. And he's also still like got the essence of who he was before. You know what I'm saying? I think he's pretty
Right.
dope.
It's
Even
kind
though
of
I
like,
watch his evolve stuff is pretty dope.
yeah. It's kind of like he's growing up.
All right, so you gave it a 9, Yamor. Jordan Holt, what do you give it? 8 or 9?
I think I said 8.
8. I give it an 8. Mr. Spades gives it a 8.5. All right, so we're all on the same page. All right, so that's pretty good. Kudos. Folks, if you're joining us, we are here with Jordan Holt, pro wrestler from Detroit, Michigan. So Jordan, I want to ask you, what's coming up? Any events, any new projects? Just share that with the viewers.
I got some projects that are gonna come out soon. We have a stable that's in the works. It's been hinted at, it's been thrown out there. It's myself, Rayhan Antez, aka Montana Black, and some guests that we're gonna have in there. It's called Ugly Gang. I got the merch on right now. You know what I'm saying? Crown Royal type logo. We got a bunch of stuff coming out with that, a bunch of videos, vignettes, and all that kind of stuff. We're planting seeds right now. We're in that phase. And then as far as wrestling events, I got Action Pack Wrestling coming up December 2nd, I believe, Friday, December 2nd. I've got Extreme World Wrestling December 18th, Winter Bash.
Nice.
That's a tag team title match, so I'm excited for that. I've got ACCW in Hidden Night, North Carolina. There's also a tag team title match, a ladder match, which I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm going to play that one very safely. Let everybody else destroy their bodies, and I will be waiting for my opportunity. And I'm going to go up that ladder and take it myself. Play it smart. That's about
you just
it.
told everybody what you're going to do.
Oh, that's fine. They're going to still... They're going to still do what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. They'll forget about it.
Okay. We'll see.
Don't be too hyped up to even remember what I said.
Right.
You think, oh, what Jordan doing? I'm chilling. I'm going to let y'all do what y'all going to do. I'm going to sit over here next to Gladys in the audience, have a conversation with her.
Enjoy the show, right?
Exactly.
So you have a lot of events coming up, man.
I got a couple. Some are going to be announced soon. But yeah, I'm trying, man. Trying to get out there as much as possible.
Now, you do have some videos on YouTube as well, correct?
I do, yeah.
So, folks, make sure you follow him on YouTube. Look up Jordan Holt. He's got some live action videos there. Amor, you got any questions you want to ask Jordan?
Can you tell our viewers where they can find you, your platforms?
Yeah, you can find me at Jordan D. Holt on pretty much everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you go on YouTube and just search up Jordan Holt, a bunch of stuff will come up. If you go on the All About Wrestling podcast website, I got a link there.
Oh, yeah.
My matches.
That's right.
Scroll them if you want to pick.
Yes.
Yeah, if you go to allaboutwrestling.net, folks, pro wrestler booking platform, click there. You will see Jordan Holt. All his information. You want to get in touch with him, you want to book him for a podcast or a wrestling event, that's where you go.
Either of those. Either of the two.
Now, question. Message to any up and coming wrestler, anyone that's inspired to become a wrestler. Do you have any advice for them?
Yes. I got a couple things. Patience. It does not happen overnight. A lot of people get in the business and they think it's just going to happen in a few months. I like to tell people that success isn't linear. Everybody has a different path they got to take. So you might see one person have their first match in a month. I've seen it. Some people have their first match 2 or 3 years later. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But don't rush your own progress trying to compete with other people. Now, you can still want to be the best that you can be, but make sure you're doing it right, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Have a good work ethic. Make sure you're training as much as you can, even after you start having matches. I see a lot of people get their first match and they just stop coming to training, and then their matches don't get better. So even like people in NXT, they're still gonna train often. You know, so people in NBA, they go to practice how often when they're not wrestling or when they're not playing a game. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how most sports work, and I feel like wrestling is not different at all. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to train every week, even if I'm having matches or not. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself active. You know what I'm saying? You're only gonna get better that way.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thanks for those words. Ladies and gentlemen, pro wrestler Jordan Holt, thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me, man. This was cool.
I do want to point out, folks, that are tuning in, make sure you stay locked. Also, go to our website because the month of December, we're going to have our prize wheels coming back. All right. $1 enters you into our mystery prize wheel, which we will actually do live. And the winner will win a box with a bunch of gifts inside of it.
A bunch of wrestling gifts.
That's right. That's right.
To be more specific.
Okay.
Because,
all right.
it's all about wrestling, right? And we always want to give back to our fans as well and, our followers. So definitely keep it locked. It was definitely a pleasure to have you, Jordan. And Bobby, what are you holding over there?
Where?
Where the book?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So you may have seen it before, and here it is again. All right. This is award-winning author David Shabazz. All right. He's going to be on a show in a few weeks, December 11th to be exact, for Pro Wrestling's Black World Champions. You can buy this book on Amazon. All right. Inside, there are a lot of famous Black wrestling champions. There's Bobby Lashley. All right. Very informative. Check this out. Go to Amazon.com, get this book, and he will be with us on December 11th.
Nice, nice.
I'm gonna need
nice.
that link.
I got you. I will send it to you, Jordan.
I need.
Yes. I have to ask you, Jordan, you seem very, very consistent, very adamant, very determined, and it seems to me you come off with so much discipline. Is that something that you have gained over time?
It might have started like before wrestling. I'm always kind of nowadays I'm to myself a lot, and I like to just survey a room. You know what I'm saying? So I think I also learn from other people's mistakes. So like I'll see how someone acts. I'm like, yeah, I want to be like that. Like if I don't want to be like somebody else, I'm gonna try to be the opposite, and that just kind of turns into me. Also, once I started wrestling, my trainers kept me in check. Well, not me in check, but like they're I don't want to say strict, but like they're very. It needs to be done this way. So I think that helped with discipline, which I appreciate that 100%. I started with George South, and you gotta have discipline to be in his class. Like if you think you're finna goof off or just snicker or what I'm saying, do anything that isn't wrestling related and listen to him, then what I'm saying, you don't want to be on the opposite end of that. So that very much helped me with that. Staying disciplined, listening, just how to behave really, what I'm saying, how to act, how to be in a locker room with people, and just, what I'm saying, just be a good dude. So he helped out with that, as well as my other trainers, what I'm saying. Just talking to them as men really helped. I can thank JD Drake for that. I can thank Caprice Coleman for that. Rob Killjoy, people like that. They really pretty much show you the way. They pretty much led a good path for me to be on.
That's really nice.
That's cool. All right. All right. So thanks for joining us. Meow Moore, you have the last word.
Of course I do. Make sure you keep it locked and don't forget to subscribe, share, and join us.